Golfers of YouTube, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about two major things that kills your amateur swing. It's always tough for me when I'm like kind of talking about amateurs golf swings because everyone's different, everyone gets through the ball differently, but there is a correlation with these two things that you really can see. When amateurs stop doing these two things, you can really tell there's a huge difference that goes on to one, strike location, and two, strike consistency. So let's talk about it. So first one, nice and simple, this one, it's the head movement. Now, what I don't mind is the head moving up and down. What I do mind is the head moving, you know, this way more than anything. I don't mind it going this way because obviously follow through dictates that you come out of it and through it. I get that. However, keeping your head very, very, not still's not the word, but in unison with the rest of your body. See, what happens is, and I'll just go into a little bit of a demonstration with it. What happens is as soon as your head pulls away, it also pulls your sternum away. Now, what you've got to remember is your sternum pretty much is where your golf swing is going to dictate the low point. If your sternum, because your head has moved this way, your low point is now back here. So if you're a person who struggles with especially like, you know, fat shots or flippy misses or anything like that, then this could be something that you need to look at yourself. So let's talk about why it happens. Well, why it happens is you get dictated to by the club. So as soon as you pull the club away, you go with it. Now, what you'll notice in any great ball striker is the club moves, they don't. So, and what I mean by this is it goes out, but you know, and all you'll see is a head kind of shift this way. It won't move off its vertical plane, it will just rotate. So again, if we kind of look at, like, you know, what I see a lot in amateur games, it's this, you know, and I can time that until the cows come home, but it's gone nowhere for one because I'm so leant back on it. And then let's see, you know, when it doesn't look good. So here we go. You know, there's no consistency to it, there's no nothing to it, it's not a great shot. Whereas obviously because I'm back here, I'm having to literally flip the club through. There's no compression, there's no nothing. So again, if we kind of then take the point of keeping still, so when you move off it, your head stays still, and we'll just do it slow-mo for one. Okay. So there you go, that has literally gone just as far as the first one, the good one I hit. That's gone just as far. Because it's all about how you actually get through the ball. So if we do this again, and obviously you can see there, you know, there's a lovely divot there. So again, now we'll kind of ramp it up a little bit. And there you go. It's gone. I mean, that's probably gone about 40 yards further than the first one. So again, be very careful of where your head dictates. So you need to film yourself. You need to get yourself on video to see actually how much. Make a start position here. You know, put a line next to your either this side or the middle. But the reason why I don't like the middle is because obviously your head rotates and you think you are actually coming away. Realistically not. So use an edge and then basically just go through it. So, and what you're trying to achieve is not trying to keep your head still, but you're just trying to keep everything kind of over the ball. The problem comes is obviously, and let's watch it from the back. So you've just seen that there. So obviously if I go back to the amateur swing of coming off, you know, I can hit that as high as you want. Problem is, consistency wise, I mean, it's gone 110 yards, whereas, and because I'm losing all the power to basically height, because you've got to think as that club's coming through, it's like this, you know, and the ball's kind of rolling up it. If you think when you're over the top of the ball, you know, one, your dynamic loft is down, so your actual club loft is down, and it's traveling in the right direction. So let's see it again. And there you go, there's the difference. So that one just landed over the 100 yards flag, and that one's landed over the 140 yard flag. That is the major difference going on. So I obviously said there's two. and they're kind of linked with each other. So the next one is, what I see a lot of is the hip coming away. So when everyone says, oh, you need to get into your right hip, what they think of this is they go, now what it also does is pull your head away. So instead of getting into your right hip like an upwards, so your right hip kind of comes up, it shifts. Now obviously because it shifts, you've then got to time the shift backwards, and that's where your consistency comes from. Or inconsistency, as some might say. So again, hip-wise, if you're going to keep your hip, instead of opening to rotate, if you're going to do this and slide it, again, you're really going to struggle to get over that ball and back. So what you've kind of got to achieve with that, again, we'll do another one, and we'll do one where I get over and then slide back across. So, and again, you can just see how much over the top that is, because there's no room. There's literally no room. So if you amplify this club now by a driver, you've got to think how over the top that's going to, and you wonder why you're slicing the ball. There's your reason. So again, we'll kind of go back onto a front hand motion so you can see it. So here you go. Slide and slide. Again, there's no consistency of that, because it's basically just, instead of you know, rotating up, and then from there, then you can rotate in, get around and get out. You can't do it with just sliding. And obviously because you're sliding, you can't get the club into a position where you want it to be. So because you've slid, the club's now here. Whereas if you rotate, you can really get the club into a nice spot to then come through. So again, hopefully this one helps, because it's just a good one to understand, realize if you are doing it, and play better golf. So YouTube, we'll see you later.